All right, with this 1997 Yamaha Banshee, the story behind this is the bike used to be in mint conditions, perfect. You know, it wasn't faded, the plastic wasn't faded or nothing like that. The frame wasn't, you know, rusted. But, you know, the owner said they had let, you know, somebody hold the bike and stuff like that. And I guess the chain ended up popping on the bike because of the carrier bearings is bad inside of them, you know, which would cause the chain to pop. And then the chain ended up cracking the case. So other than that, the bike ended up sitting under a tree in the backyard for pretty much 2-3 years. And that's how it ended up like this. So other than that, the bike is gonna need a new carrier, new chain, and it's gonna need new casings, you know, top and bottom casings, because it's cracked and, you know, the casings is leaking oil. And give it that V-touch, a good tune up. All right, so for the 97 Banshee, we got all the parts. We got the engine casings, top and bottom. Got the complete engine gasket kit. We got a stator cover. We got that new chain, the new carrier, the new axle, the hubs, new brake rotor. So the next thing I'm gonna start doing is tearing the bike down and pulling the motor off and start tearing the motor down so I can swap out those engine casings and swap everything out. Then we can go from there. All right, got the seat, the gas tank, everything off, the pipes. So the next thing I'm gonna do is pull the motor off, pull the engine off, so I can start taking the motor apart, starting with the heads. Then we're gonna go from there. All right, man, I got the motor off, finally off the frame. So with the motor, the next step I'm gonna start with is taking the heads off. Then we're gonna go from there. All right, got the heads off, took the oil cover off, took the stator cover, the stator, everything off. And the pistons is still good. Piston's still good. Both of the reeds, still perfect. Don't have no cracks or chips. Yeah, so the next thing I'm gonna start doing is split the cases. So we can start swapping everything over to the new cases. All right, so I got those cases split. So now the next step, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna swap everything over from here, the transmission, the crank, and put everything inside these new cases that's not cracked up. Then we're gonna go from there. All right, I got those cases swapped out. Got the transmission, the crank, and everything inside the new case. They got the old case right there, as you can see, cracked and worn out. So next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put the cases back together. Then after I put the cases back together, I'm gonna start putting the clutch basket and the clutch cover and everything back on. Then I'll start doing the top end. Then we're gonna go from there. All right, man, I got the clutch basket on, the clutch cover, the stator, the new stator cover. And as you can see, turns smoothly, nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. So the next thing I'm gonna do is put the pistons on and put the top end and everything on there. And then we're gonna go from there. All right, so I got the reeds on there and I got the cylinders put on. As you can see, it's still moving nice and smooth. Everything's still nice and smooth like it should be. So the next thing I'm gonna do is put the cylinder heads on, the domes, and then we're gonna go from there. All right, got the cylinder head back on, got the boost bottle on there, got the whole motor complete. So next thing I'm gonna do is put the motor back on the frame, and then I'm gonna clean the carburetors, and then we're gonna put it back together, and we're gonna go from there. All right, I got the motor put back on the frame, put oil in it, put coolant in it. So the next step, what I'm gonna do is clean the carburetors, blow through the carburetors. And then after that, I'm gonna throw the pipes and the gasing and the plastics and everything back on. Then we're gonna go from there. All right, so I got everything together, all the plastics and everything back on. So last thing I'm gonna do is change this axle. Change the whole axle in the carrier, because this one is definitely over with. The bearings is bad inside there. And after that, we're gonna see what happens. All right, man, I got the axle and the carrier off. So next thing I'm gonna do is start putting the new one back on. Then we're gonna go from there. All right, I got the carrier on, the axle, the new axle, everything, the chain, perfect. But there's one thing that I did notice is that with this carrier, the brake caliper is not fitting all the way on. Only one screw will fit on. So maybe, I don't know if he ordered the wrong year carrier or something like that, or ordered the wrong carrier in general. But he might have to go ahead and get him a smaller brake disc so that that caliper could fit on the right way. Because only one screw is going on right now. So he might have to get him a smaller caliper so that caliper can go down and so both screws could fit in. Good. Definitely got that V-touch.